Oh, hey, finally. Good God. Finally. Access to this feature. Why do I not have access to that feature? Is this working? Is this actually working? Am I lagging? Is this being a piece of shit like Twitch? I want to discuss this movie live. Are we good? Can someone type in the chat? I'm going to mute myself real quick. I don't know if this is working. I can't watch live streams on YouTube on my iPad. I can only watch them on PC, and I can't switch YouTube channels because if I do, then everything's gonna break and shit. So I'm just gonna keep talking, just keep talking. I'm gonna watch my own stream, make sure everything's not lagging. Okay. Everything's actually better than what I had on Twitch. Obviously, it's delayed, but who cares? That's too damn bad. Whoa, shit! About broke it. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. This is share, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going live, and I thought more people would show up. I guess no one gives a damn about my channel anymore. So yeah, let's talk Fabian or Fabian, however you want to pronounce it. I pronounce it Fabian, even though it's Fabian, Fabian, but I still pronounce it Fabian because I'm fancy like that. I have to say, I'm sure people will watch this way later. I should have live streamed this at night, but oh well. Who cares? Um, I have to say, this is a really good movie. The reason why I want to talk about this live is because I want to get everyone else's feedback because I want to know if anyone has actually read the book. But of course, Nobody is in the chat, unfortunately. Oh well. I have to say that the movie was. This is probably one of my new favorite German films in recent years. Does it beat is it Faust? No, not Faust. Oh my god, why cannot not remember the name of my favorite German romance movie? I want to say it's Faust. I gotta go. I gotta go look at it. Oh, it's not Faust. It's France or France. Frantz. France or France. Um, it doesn't beat that because that's still my favorite because it has Paula Beer in it, and she's amazing in all the movies. She's not in this one, but Tom Schilling is, and Tom Schilling is a really good actor. Really, really good. I've seen him in a lot of movies, and I think this one might be his best, I have to say. But of course, he's good in a lot of the stuff he's in, except for Coffee in Berlin. I think that's the only German movie I don't like is Coffee in Berlin. That is a really dumb movie. I honestly don't understand it. I really do. I really don't understand that movie at all. But I have to say that this movie is amazing. It is really, really well done. The acting was superb. It's very weird at the beginning. Like it's really confusing at the beginning, but once you get into it, it's like, okay, here we go. This is, really good and I'm liking this, blah blah blah. And it's based off of a book by the same name, except it's just called Going to the Dogs. Um Come on. I don't know what the hell this is. I'm trying to look something up and see if I can. No. I want to share this with other people. Define good post searching. Under features, skip past the annoying. Yeah, great. That doesn't really help. Why is everyone posting Street View? I'm on. I'm on YouTube live channels on Reddit. See if I can share this, but I don't. Everyone's just posting like the Aurora. Is the Aurora actually going on right now? Is that actually live? I don't know if that's actually live. When does the Aurora happen? I can share to Xband, even though everyone sucks on there. Sorry, anyone from Xband, but you guys suck. You really do. Join interesting community. I'd rather not. Since when did they add communities? I'll join that one and the mental health one. Why not? I can rant. Positive culture? Hell no. Fine. Okay, I have to. What? Why would. The, What? This is what? I'm not. Oh my god. Okay, this is. I know we're going off topic here. This is why I don't like community based things, especially in the gaming world and live streaming world. I just joined like, oh, streamers, and I had to agree not to share or promote my live stream. Then what's the point in joining streamers? What's the whole point in doing that? Like, for real, what is the whole point in joining that if I can't share it? That makes no sense. My god, that. Hold on, I'm gonna. I don't know if I. No, I can't, can I? Can I change the thumbnail midstream? What's edit? Okay, I can change the thumbnail midstream. Okay. I got. I just realized the thumbnail looks awful. I have to change it to 1920 by 1080. I couldn't find an image of Fabian in like 1980 by 10 or 1920 by 1080. I couldn't. Oh, let me stretch this. Oh, don't be awful. Sometimes these look awful. It's blurry, but not bad. Okay. I up the scale. Can I change it now? Let's change the thumbnail midstream. Cause why the hell not? There, save. How does it look now? I don't think it will show, but okay. Oh god, a bunch of people like my stuff days ago. Yeah, I'm live. Am I still live? Okay, good. Changes saved. Thank fuck. People are gonna be like, what? The hell is this? I don't know if I could. Let me read this. Okay. Find a good post. Decent fix. Cameras. Why? Why? Why would you have a dedicated subreddit to post nothing but overviews of like nature, and that's the only thing you promote? Why? That makes no sense at all. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Scheiße. Nein. Oh, I'm live. I'm sharing it with all my friends. What friends I have. I'm live. Nobody's gonna watch this stream. No one cares about. Oh, I got one person. This YouTube thing is weird. I've never done this before. So, anyways, back to the movie. The spoiler alert for anyone who's why am I here? Because I sent you a link. That's why. Now enjoy my review of this movie. So, anyways, the movie is based off the book, Going to the Dogs. We're talking about Fabian going to the dogs, by the way, in case you didn't see the thumbnail or the title. Um, so um, I watched the movie, and it's based off the book Going to the Dogs by Eric Kiner, I think. Kesher, that's it. Eric Kesher. And normally the movie is always better than the book, in my opinion, and it was, but it usually doesn't get me interested in the book itself until I watched the movie. And after I watched, I was like, you know what? I'm actually kind of curious about the book. So I went on Google Play and I got me a free sample of the book. And I kid you not, it is literally a play by play of the book. The movie is a play by play, except a few things did cut out, but it's exactly like the book. And it's really fascinating. Obviously, the book is a lot more detailed than the movie, but I just find it so fascinating that it's a play by play because that's rare that you find a movie that's a play by play of the book. And it, well, not exact order, there are some things that happen towards the end that actually happen towards the beginning of the book. I haven't read it all because I only got a free sample of it. And the movie does start out kind of strange, um, and really fast. I have never seen a movie move that fast ever. Like as soon as it starts off kind of slow and then it immediately just takes off. And then stuff happens like really fast. It's like, what the hell's going on? First he's there, now he's here. What the hell's going on? And I'm trying to read the subtitles to figure out what the hell's going on. Did Twitch not work? And why is there a 1 minute limit to send a message? Oh shit. It's a 60 delay. Let me switch that to 10-second delay. I got in slow mode. My bad. Um, actually, you know what? Fuck, I'm turning off slow mode. There's nobody here besides you. Um, yeah, Twitch didn't like me today at all. Like Twitch did not like me today at all. Um, for some reason, I don't know what happened, but Twitch was like, "Oh, you're live streaming. We're gonna drop all your frames to like 1,000." I got like 2,000 frame rate drops. A total of 2,000. Literally a total of 2,000 frame rate drops. And all my CPU, all my computer stuff up above that you see on Twitch Studios was going nuts. And I was like, what the hell's going on? I've done this before. Twitch Studio always works. And it's just kept going nuts. I'm like, what? So I said, forget Twitch. I'm going to try this YouTube live thing. And lo and behold, it actually works. And this is the only way I can do this, by the way. I'm live streaming on YouTube through YouTube, and I can only do face cam. This is the only way I'm able to do this. I cannot live stream games. Yeah, I know I'm at 330 subscribers. I've been there for like I think 2 days now. Um, but yeah, Twitch didn't like me today. It really didn't. I said fuck Twitch today. I'm gonna go. Also, I don't know why, but my computer uninstalled Discord. I clicked on the shortcut and it said shortcut not found. I was like, what? Shortcut not found? What do you mean? I clicked on it and then it disappeared. And I went to my little search thing, searched up Discord, and it didn't show up. My computer uninstalled Discord for no reason. It was working, and I closed Discord. Um, Not like completely closed it. And I was like, okay, so now I'm going to start up this YouTube thing. I'm going to start live streaming now. Let me open up Discord in case you wanted to call me. By the way, you can call me midstream if you want to chat. They won't be able to hear you, I don't think. Um, so I was like, oh, I'm going to open up Discord again so I can see my messages in case anyone messages me. Clicked on it, shortcut not found. I was like, what? So my computer uninstalled Discord without even telling me. I don't know why. So that happened. So I thought I'll try this YouTube thing and talk about this movie that I watched last night. So movie is great. I definitely want to read the rest of the book. Yeah. Wait, what? The new Minecraft update is out today. It's been out for 2 days, by the way. It didn't come out today. It came out yesterday. Yesterday or the day before yesterday, because they put out a launch trailer. So we got the warden and frogs and all that lovely stuff. Message is held for review. What the hell did you? Well, shit. YouTube didn't like you saying "well, shit." Apparently, it's like, hey, are you okay with this guy saying "well, shit"? They literally said "held for review." So, anyways, movie was fantastic. Tom Schilling is a fucking amazing actor, and it's really good love story. Very good love story. Very good romantic. Um, also, Jedi is sick. Uh-oh. I'm taking his place on the YouTube live. No. um Hopefully he gets better soon because I would like to see him um live again. Definitely need to chat to him. Hell, he might stop by here if he's well enough to watch YouTube and stuff. Who knows? Um but I did read part of the book. Like I said, it's a play by play of the movie, or the movie's a play by play. Some stuff is out of order, some stuff is actually really short, and like I said, the movie goes like really fast. And in the book, it's a lot more detailed. And it's only like 280 pages, maybe just 100 if you don't count the introduction. Because who the fuck reads the introduction to a fictional book? I sure as hell don't. But the movie's good. It's very odd the way it's filmed. It's almost filmed like a mockumentary, like The Office, almost. Like it almost is like that. Like it has that weird camera angles. Like the camera's moving a little bit more. It's not like static or cinematic. It's moving, and I know it's not made by a small company or made by a small producer or first. I don't think it's a first time producer because a lot of the stuff was done on purpose. And once you watch it, it's like you kind of forget that it's like that. You're used to it by then. And the movie's like 2 hours and 48 minutes. Or sorry, 58 minutes. 2 hours and 58 minutes. Long movie, very long movie, but man, it's worth it. And for once, I didn't feel like any of the scenes in the movie really dragged on at all. Like, you know how you're watching like a 2 hour or 3 hour movie? It feels like they just dragged on that scene like way too long just to make up time in the movie. But this movie didn't feel like that. It really didn't. The movie is about a guy who I don't think it's ever explained where he's actually from at all. He's from some part in Germany and he goes to Berlin, and his name is Jacob Fabian, or Fabian, however you want to pronounce it. And he goes to Berlin in 1930. He was in World War One, and the movie captures his PTSD pretty well. Much like in the show Babylon Berlin, that also captures PTSD of a veteran pretty damn well. Because in Babylon Berlin, you follow a World War one veteran, and he's got like the shaky hand. And what he does is he has these pills. I know I'm not talking about the movie now. And he cracks these vials open, and he sucks it down, and then his hand stops shaking, and he's all right. So it's like he keeps needing to take the medication, but I think the medication is like illegal or something. And he trades the way he gets the medication in Babylon Berlin is he trades nude photos to the doctor, to the pharmacist, to get his medication for free. I'm not joking. That's literally the plot of the TV show Babylon Berlin. That's part of the show. But in Fabian, he doesn't have like the shaky hand, but he does like get like the flashbacks, and the flashbacks are presented really well in the movie. It's really, really well done with the flashbacks. Um, and really creepy. Like the movie gets really dark as you go on through it, and it's really weird and really fucked up at times, but at the same time it's a very enjoyable experience. And for anyone who's going to be watching this afterwards, I highly doubt anyone will watch this afterwards, but anyone who watches this afterwards, warning, it is 18 plus. And I do mean 18 plus. Um so I've noticed in a lot of German films they are able to really get away with that in a lot of their movies with nudity and stuff. Um so yeah, it's it is not PG-13 at all. I wouldn't even say rated R. It's more unrated. And you can tell it's going to be that way just from the cover art of the movie, which is not what I used as the thumbnail. It's a different picture. And from what I read of the book, it actually doesn't go into detail in that type of stuff, especially whenever you get to the scene where Fabian um, goes home with a girl from a club that he went to that his boss recommended him. In the book, it doesn't go into detail. Obviously, in the movie, it's a little bit detailed because it's visual and stuff. And that whole scene from comparing to the movie, it happens really fast. The whole scene, basically, spoiler alert, um, he goes home with, I don't want to call her a stripper because she's not a stripper because she's from a club. And the club is not a strip club, it's a brothel. So he goes home with the girl from the brothel, and they go up, and he's like, they get into this whole thing in the car, which also happens fast, but it's a lot more detailed in the book. And they go up to her apartment, and she's married. Well, here's the thing. Here's where things get really bizarre. Her husband. Oh shit! I didn't mean to spill all my fucking stuff. I'm getting into the juicy details in case you can't tell. I can't believe I did that. But anyways, uh in the movie or in the story, the husband's fine with it. But he makes her sign he apparently made her sign a contract to where he has to approve of the guy before they do anything. And if he doesn't approve of him, he's out. But um Fabian in the movie, he sort of just shows up and he's like, "Hey, here, sign this." And she's like, "Oh, just hurry up and sign it and come back to me." And he goes and he's like he hesitates, he's like, "I don't want to sign this," and stuff like that. And then he leaves. He doesn't sign it. He just leaves. He's like, "What the hell am I doing here? What is this shit?" And he just leaves. But in the book, uh, in the movie, his study, his office is like in the same room as the bedroom, But in the book, he's like he takes Fabian into his office, which is in a completely different room, and they go into like this a really long dialogue. But in the movie, it goes like really fast. It's like, here, sign this. Who are you? Oh, I'm Mr. Mole. Oh, and then they talk, and then stuff happens really quickly. But it's a lot more detailed in the book. Same with the car scene. Um, the car scene basically they try doing it in the taxi, but that kind of fails because this is 1920s and early 30s, so cars still look like Jeeps. They look like buggies. So they like swerve a lot like you see in the old movies. So they swerve a lot and they get tangled up. They get tangled up more in the book, but in the movie, she ends up on top of Fabian and like strangles him, and his response is, I wanted to write a note before I get strangled to death. But in the book, it goes into a little bit more detail. Like he has like lipstick smudge and he like wipes it off before he gets out. And, you know, he hesitates going in. But in the movies, like all for it. So it is somewhat of a play by play, but it's a lot more, things happen a lot more quicker in the movie than they do in the book from what I've read so far. Um, I do want to read the rest of the book because if it's a full on play by play, then I think this would be interesting. Even though if the book ends exactly how it ends in the movie, then that's kind of disappointing. But I have a feeling it will because it's there. I mean, the ending is understandable without going into too much detail. The ending is understandable, but at the same time, it's like, really, that's how it happens. That's what happens, really. I can't believe you've done this. I rented this and watched it for 2 hours, and that's how it ends. I can't believe you've done this. But um, but in the movie, um, they it th- oh man, it's hard to explain. I don't want to give away too much stuff. Uh, but the movie has some really cool moments. Um, like I said, the acting is fantastic. I forget Cornelia, that's her name. Cornelia is the girl that Fabian falls in love with. Uh, not at the beginning. She's not the one from from the club because that's Mrs. Mole. I don't think we ever learn what. No, we do. No, I do know what her. She does say what her first name was, but I can't remember what it is. I know her last name was Mole, Moll, Mole. There's no umlaut, so it's not mule, it's mole. Um, umlaut is the two dots. If you ever see a two dot on top of a letter, that's an umlaut. So you say "oo" or you like over exaggerate the letter, like you, um, ah, stuff like that. So if it has an umlaut on top of the letter, that's how you're supposed to say it. That's what an umlaut is in German. Um, but Cornelia is I don't know the actress who plays her. I've never seen her in any of the other German movies. There's a lot of actors I don't recognize in this movie, except from Tom Schilling, who plays Fabian. Um, but oh god, but he meets Cornelia in a different club, completely different club. She doesn't want no part of the club life. She doesn't want to be part of it. She has nothing to do with it. She's just a secretary, sort of. Um, she's not part of the brothel at all, and she a whole fight breaks out, by the way. A whole fight breaks out in brothel. And Fabian's like, fuck this shit. This place is insane. I'm getting out of here. So he goes and sort of just walks around, takes a look around the place. And then Cornelia is like in like the darkness and out in the back smoking a cigarette inside. Um, and he's like, is someone there? Is anyone here? And she doesn't answer. And then he like messes with some sort of prop. And then she comes out like, are you looking for something? And they get into a talk. And then the fight gets even more hectic. But I think by then Fabian and her have left after the fight goes like towards them. And then like the fight keeps going, and then something catches on fire because I think someone dropped their cigarette or something because something just lights up in flames, and then they all start, and everyone stops the fight and starts panicking. People run away from the fire, and the other ones are like, and then the guys are like stomping it out and stuff like that. Um, and you learn later in the movie that Cornelia wants to be an actress, but she's also a lawyer for a film company. So she goes from lawyer secretary for the film industry to an actress in the film industry. And she goes away to another part of Germany or another part of Berlin, and gets she moves in, she moves to a different um to a different flat, a different apartment, because earlier in the movie you discover that she is Fabian's neighbor. What a coincidence! So yes, she is Fabian's neighbor, and they fall in love. All that stuff happens, and he spends the night in her apartment because she's like right next door. Which is hinted at earlier in the movie, but you don't know who that is. Until later on, and then and I have to say, there are not only is it like a really good romance movie, but it's also pretty dark, but it's also a sad movie. It is. There's a pretty good amount of like sad parts in the movie, but overall, it was a fantastic movie for a 2-hour long German film. It's not bad. It is not bad at all. Um, Obviously, they're not going to make a sequel because of how it ends, and there's no sequel to the book either because the author died in 1975. He was born in 1888 and he lived all the way up to 1975. So, and the book was written in 1930, but I don't think it was published until I want to say 1950. Because around the 1930s, that was when the Third Reich was going up, and all that was happening, and the Third Reich was coming into power in Germany, and that was also captured in the book and in the movie. Um, so, uh, like I don't want to give too much away, but it is fantastic. It is a good movie. I would recommend anyone to watch it because that is one of the best German movies I've seen in a long time. Besides some of the um, older ones I've been watching on YouTube, some of the black and white 1920s to 30s old movies. Um, but for a new one, which came out I think last month, or yeah, I want to say last month that the movie came out. So for a new German movie, it's good. It really is. That one's definitely going onto my collection. I might buy it soon. Also, um, Otter already knows about this, but I don't know if that's him still watching. But I bought a movie. It's called West Front 1918. I think it's supposed to arrive today, but I don't know if it has arrived today yet. I haven't checked the mail, but I highly doubt it. Um, but after watching this movie, I kind of regret a little bit not getting, or a little, I regret a little bit getting West Front 1918. Uh, Not because I could have bought this movie. No, I actually wanted to buy the book. I actually want to buy the book and read it. Because it's cheap. It's really cheap, both on Amazon and Barnes Noble. I think it's like $16 to $15. So it's relatively cheap. Um, but I mean, I still want the movie though. I still want West Front 1918. Don't get me wrong, but after watching this movie and being interested in the book, I'm like, I could have gotten this because I'm going on vacation here very soon, the 18th. So I could have taken that with I could have gotten that and taken that with me to read on the beach and stuff like that and take with me to read, but I'll probably take one of my other books back there that I've never finished. Oh, my blanket's covering up. Shit. I'm gonna show you the books. I have books over there that I've never finished. I never finished Dante's Inferno. I have never finished any of my Lovecraft stories except for Dagon and Call of Cthulhu. I never finished the Morrissey autobiography. The only book I ever finished in my entire life was the Satanic Bible, because that thing is the easiest book I've ever read in my life. Ever. But I've never finished any of the other ones. I even have ebooks on my iPad that I've never finished because I don't have the time, nor the energy, nor the motivation to read. I want to read, but I just don't have the energy or the motivation to sit down and read. But the way, whenever I do start reading, whenever I have the time to, I get really into it and I don't stop. But then I put it down, then I forget about it, then I get busy with this stuff and all of that. But I highly recommend it. If anyone sees this after the stream, like days from now, let me know down in the comments what you thought of the book or the movie. Also, if you have read the book, let me know. Also, not a whole lot of people know that it exists. But I think this movie is going to help that, which is good because from what I read, it's a play by play. The movie's a play by play, and there's not much different from what I've read so far, other than things being extended and in more detail. But overall, this is not a bad movie at all. I might go live again sometime and talk about something else. Maybe if I ever do get the book, maybe I'll go live and review it. Or hell, I may even read it. I don't know. Do a live reading? That would be cool. Because I've never seen anyone review it or do audiobooks on it ever. Usually you can find that stuff, especially on YouTube. But I haven't found any for Going to the Dogs by Eric Kistner. And I am pronouncing his name wrong because I'm not saying his name in the German accent the way you're supposed to because it's a German author. So yeah, I guess that's the end of the stream. That was fun and strange and spooky and weird and tastes like onions and smells like beer and farts. So anyways, I'm done. I am the man. Stay tuned for maybe another live stream. Stay tuned for videos that are coming out. every single day. And yes, this is actually live. This is not pre-recorded. Maybe. I can't say for sure. No, this is really live. I'm really here. This was all staged by me and Otter. This really isn't live. All right. Anyways, I am the man. Stay tuned for more, and goodbye. And thank you for joining me on the stream. My first ever live stream on YouTube. Well, I'm done. Bye. Yes, end it.